Alright, so I've got all three of the areas that I'm aware of open up. We've got Stixcoin, we've got Joblin, and we've got the dating website, whatever it was called. I can't remember. Where is it? Wikidink. Right. You realize you've been following for over 5 years? I've been streaming since 2008, so that may not be that may not be much of a surprise. I appreciate you're willing to stick around, though. I'm glad that people are willing to stick around for the span of years rather than just kind of bouncing. Don't know if you're a fan of this art style? No, it's definitely different for a roguelite, for a dungeon crawler, like a Diablo style. Hey, can I ask you a personal question? No. Why'd you take this job if you're already even getting paid? I'm not here making minimum wage, and I don't put up with half the crap you do. Well, this job's the only way I could get housing in the city. Cubicle's paying for that at least. Sure, it's a 20 square foot pod with a shared bathroom. Wait a second. 20 square foot? Yikes. Does that even fit? That'll fit a bed, I guess. I don't know. I thought I'd be happy here, I guess. Maybe I was just naive. Could be. But at least you got to meet the Swampster. Yeah, no kidding. Silver linings, huh? I think I have a bathroom bigger than that. 10 square foot? Yeah, I think so, yeah. To do the math in my head. Jacqueline, I must ask you to gather a rare ingredient for me. You've doubtless seen the eggplants hanging from the ceiling in Winkydink. I saw eggplants. I don't remember whether they were on the walls or what. I try not to think about them too much. Well, I've heard legends that once in a generation, a legendary golden eggplant spawns from those tender vines. Uh-huh. Makes perfect sense. Did I detect a hint of sarcasm, young lady? No, this all seems totally normal. I'll go get your golden eggplant from the sexy demon office. Jolly good. Reminds you of an ad on TV. The art style most reminds me of Kurzingest, whatever they're called. These sort of like bright, you'll see, boss. The sort of like bright, colorful, simple shapes kind of presentation. Kurzingest. Not sure how to pronounce it. Or how to spell it. Hey, intern, could I get a favor? I'm contractually obligated to say yes. I've been working crazy hours to get these features done, and I haven't had time to walk Claire at all. Could you take her... What? Could you take her for a quick spin through the dungeons? Just a couple of floors ought to be enough for her to blow off some steam. It's like super dangerous down there, right? I don't want to be responsible if anything happens. Claire's the toughest girl I know. She can handle anything that dungeon can dish out. She might even help you out down there. Might even help you out down there. Who knows? Walk a Claire to the floor B3 of any dungeon. Oh my god, Claire. Alright. This is gonna be an interesting... Is it gonna be an escort quest? Hey, Marv. Any luck with those demons? Not really. There's a lot of fire down there. Can I get a special suit or something? Don't be ridiculous, Jackie. We're on a shoestring budget here. Try to be a little more considerate of everyone else at the company. We've all got our own challenges to deal with. Great advice, Marv. I'll kill all those demons by being considerate. Sprites are cute, not so much 3D models. I don't know, I kind of like the goofiness. It's It kind of reminds me a little bit of like of Katamari. Also, the walk cycle is awesome for Jackie, and then the dodge too. She got like the land, the quick like the sort of like stubble landing. You're not saying you don't like the goofiness, just not cute. I guess that's. I don't even understand that statement. I guess. You talk to Kara much, Tabby? Ah, that girl. Yikes, not a fan then, I guess? She's such a downer. Every time I try to get excited about something, she finds a way to make it lame. I was all stoked about my new tablet, and she was just constantly on my case about how the company that makes it isn't ethical and participates in legalized slavery. Like, just let people enjoy things once in a while, you know? Alright, lesson number 2 of Ray's Fizzlin' and Sizzlin' Entrepreneurship course. When you enter an obstacle, punch right through it. Kapow. Obstacle too tough for your fist? Punch it anyway. Your fist will heal back even stronger and tougher. Come back once you fully internalize this lesson. Have fun, Rockstar. We'll use punches? Sounds doable. Oh no. Well, no, that's actually not that bad. If it was through the entire dungeon, that might be a problem. But there's 2 perks in particular that are really good for this, so I think we'll come out okay. What was this one? The faster, more objects you break. Okay. Wonder if that's temporary or permanent, as long as you have the perk. Recorded a conversation you might be interested in. Oh, so you just assume I want to listen in on other people's private lives now? What kind of weirdo do you think I am? It was just a few times thing. I'm not going to do it anymore. It's unethical. Understood. Erasing Marv Skeeving 68. No, wait, I changed my mind. Play it. All the preparations are ready. All that's left is for the intern to finish gathering those relics. But there's no time. She's so useless. Why couldn't Abby assign us someone who knows how to fight? I'd go down into the dungeon myself, but I just don't have the stomach to fight those nasty monsters. Hi, Marv. You're here awful late. Oh, hi, Tappy. I was just talking to myself about project manager things. It's a new productivity strategy. They call it pre-auto analysis. Did you, hear any of it? Just out of curiosity. Nope. I had my wireless AirCube headphones in. Didn't hear a thing. Ah, one of Cubicle's finest products. You have great taste as always. Conversation ended. Oh, that settles it. Marv is definitely up to something. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Like, maybe next week, when I'm less busy. Alright. If I'm gonna go, what does the yeet do? I think it's it doesn't say. It's a perk. I think it makes stuff you throw stronger. But I'm not sure. Alright, well, if we're going to take Eclair for a walk, it seems the simplest thing I can do is go to Joblin and try not to get dunked. I think I have a task in Joblin anyways, right? I gotta buy an espresso machine. Okay, yeah, I can do 3 of these. Hey, Chaos. Oh, is it? Well, we'll see. I'm gonna take the loading screen's recommendation and accept mediocrity, which is why I'm in Joblin. Acquire. Ooh. I've acquired an Eclair. Okay, let's get keyboard. Turn the audio up a little bit. Has this, I haven't seen this room before. Oh, it slows you down. Okay. Bunch of sus cubes here. Okay, let's go ahead and pop the sus cubes and see what a Claire has to say about this. Oh, Claire's invulnerable. This is fine. I mean, it's kind of a bummer that I'm like tethered to basically an anchor, but I'll live. It's fine. Oh, Claire's fussy. Okay. Do I need to do melee kills? Yes, technically, but I'm not going to worry about it right away. You don't like not being able to roll? You can roll! You have iframes. I was worried about a Claire not being, invulnerable, which would be terrifying. There's the too poor for it right now, okay. I remember last time I streamed this, I was like, oh no. Like, I shouldn't have spent that last, like, I didn't remember what I bought even. That last little bit. This is a strange intermediary room. Huh. Nope. Oh, Claire. Like, any big room is gonna suck. Not even for iframes, it's just so slow. It's like there's a way to break the game with a Claire. Maybe? I'm so happy that a Claire doesn't have to be vulnerable because, like, escort quests are such a rough thing. See if we can toast this properly. Hope Claire doesn't get in the way of this. Why is it bouncing so much more than normal? What is in this job witch? I want to see how much health you get from a fully toasted one. Wait, it's got like a special mayonnaise blend. Jello mayonnaise. Here we go, here we go. Gotta roll it like a log. Oh no, Claire, why are you collision for the job witch? No, you can toast it. I've toasted one before. I've toasted two, I just never... The bounciest job which I've ever worked with for toasting it. You can. I'm 100% sure you can toast it. It's just you have a. It's got like a Monster Hunter style window. Like it goes straight to birds, like in like half a second. Come on. Ah, why are you so fussy, Job Witch? Let's go. Yeah, get that to clear help. No, it just needs a teensy bit more toasting and I'll be good. I feel like an animal in this thing. Remember when they used to sell jumping beans? And they were just like, they looked like a moth in them or something. Or the one that used to be, is that still a thing you could buy? I think it kind of fell out of favor with like the internet. Now our toys are much more digital. Come on, Clear, get in there. Better not eat my Job Witch. There we go. How much did it give me? It was at least one heart, right? Tough myself a sausage to go with a Job Witch. Crossbow's actually pretty good. Normally you only get half a heart. So probably a huge waste of time, but it did something. I wonder if I can knock this back down. There we go, yeah, let's do that. Not like that. Gotta find like an overhead weapon in order to knock stuff off of shelves. Maybe there's a better way to do it. Ooh. I fully endorse. I didn't realize I endorsed this. What skill did I bring with me? I don't think I fully endorsed it. Have I? I don't think I fully endorsed anything yet that I picked up. I didn't equip anything. Google jumping beans and you can still buy them. I think Walmart has them. Huh. Figures it might be Walmart of all things. Oh, clear. It's a great name for a dog, except for now I would like a nice, delicious pastry of any type. $10 on Amazon. I don't think I care to get one. I was curious whether or not they still exist. Wow. Speed kill.
Have a great day.
Wait, I can, before we go. I can't. I wanted to go buy the freaking espresso machine. I finally have enough money to get it. Well, boss, at least it makes sense the dog is fat. Because, her owner doesn't walk her at all. Ooh, this would be a nice one. Yeah, you're right. If the car
Vehicle has your
if
back.
you can drive a car indoors and the dog can stop you, then yeah, Eclair might have a bit of a problem. Probably should have not eaten that right away. Oh, it's fine. What's the lore behind this game? So you moved to this area for an internship, an unpaid marketing internship, and rather than like doing like marketing related stuff, you're instead being told to basically go down and like clear out these dungeons that have opened up, and they're the remains of old tech startups, and they're all sort of like bought and then run into the grounds by this giant mega corporation run by an AI, which also manages your marketing. So you have no real like purpose as a marketing intern, and instead you're basically you're clearing out these areas, and what you're trying to find in these dungeons is all these random like relics that your boss or your manager is trying to get you to find, and like some of those relics are like a French press coffee maker, not even machine, and it energizes the local like the rest of the company. I don't know the end goal, but that's kind of where we're at so far. Fiery Glare is kind of nice. I don't know if I need any of this right now. I would like to max out Fiery Glare, but I also... I'll hold on. I'll hold on to this. I'll grab it. I'll have enough money even then to get the espresso machine. I gotta just not spend. So, like, interested in this sexy demon? You'll see. So once I'm done with this, I'll go back to that area. Oh, maybe you can find a treadmill for the dog. I am the treadmill for the dog. Wait, did that just heal me as well? I think it did. I didn't realize that was the case. I picked this up more than once. I just didn't know it did anything special. I didn't know it was a healing item as well. Huh. So I'm being held back by the dog and a heavy weapon. Yeah, no, and it made the sound. I just somehow it just didn't click. I was like, oh, I guess they have to make it into they have to convert it into something weapon-esque. But then again, a ham hock or whatever, like, you know, Don't Starve has a ham bat, and that's not eaten yet. I don't know why. Like, it doesn't make sense that I would think that. It's, wouldn't do that. Oh yeah, Team Fortress 2 has one too. I mean, ham weapons, meat weapons in general are not uncommon. Even, Monster Hunter has, Monster Hunter I think has a meat club, but it also has the, like the fish greatsword. I can't remember what it was called. Oh, the something tuna. I used to use it. It was like one of my favorite weapons in the game. In Freedom Unite / Portable 2G. Razorfin tuna. Well, not being able to focus is fine. And I get big weapons, and I get extreme sour potato. Don't know what that's gonna do. Oh, you know what's interesting? So as somebody who worked on UI for like 10 years, I like that style of showing that there's another notification waiting for you. Not many games do that. Many games will either show many of them at once, and then show, like, they'll cycle through the new ones, or they'll show one at a time with no indication that another one is waiting. It's kind of nice. I like that. I'm gonna steal that next time I'm implementing a notification system in a game. Not that I'm even doing UI anymore, but if I'm stuck doing UI, that's how it's gonna happen. I want to do something like that. Oh, what? You mean the vampire garage guy? So yeah, this is some dude who I can't remember what his backstory was, but he was basically like this vampire who had nothing really going for him until he got a sweet ass car. And basically, what you can do. So he's trying to unload all these curses, mostly for fun. He has way too many curses built up. They're all on the walls here. And he's willing to, if you let him curse you for a bit with a bunch of different effects, he'll let you get whatever items he's been hoarding. I don't remember too much of his backstory, though. It's about to break, though. So what happened to the garage guy? You probably just backed off so that, I can pick up... I have no idea why he leaves. He'll be back later.
Remember to leave a rating.
Ever seen an old YouTube ad? I probably, yeah. Oh, remember how I said I wanted to look for a perk that gives me, that makes it worthwhile to be, to use, fist weapons? This is it. So now, or to use bare hands, I should say. So now I do, like, double damage with my bare hands, and there's, like, other stuff that can also boost it a bit. I think I do more than double. I think it's closer to, like, it's either 2 or 4 instead of just the 1. Yeah, it does heal. Huh. Ah, okay. Damn you, fire. You've completely... I threw away what little benefit I had from consuming a giant hunk of meat. But yeah, sorry, boss. I don't know if there's any YouTube ad that I haven't tuned out. The only ad that I remember of recent memory has been the stupid phone ads that keep showing up. It's like, I'm never gonna buy a Samsung phone. The one that I had, or sorry, the two that I had were atrociously bad. Yeah, I'm doing double now. That's one. It wasn't entirely with a melee weapon, I think. With bare hands, I should say. Oh well. Your dad has a ton of problems with the Google phone? Is it? Do you mean an Android phone, or do you mean specifically one of the like Pixel variants? Because if it's a Samsung phone, like TouchWiz is garbage. That's why I don't want to use Samsung. I think that's kind of the problem that it's the same issue that I think Atari had as well, where Atari like didn't really like Nintendo had that seal of quality for a reason, right? And it worked. Atari really didn't have that, and I think Google and Android provider is Google Fi. That's not the phone though. That's probably okay. So this is the issue that Google is having. That everybody thinks an Android phone is a Google phone, and so that you get crappy phones that are preloaded with junk like TouchWiz on top of what like the carriers provide, which are also garbage that you can't get rid of. And they start thinking that Google makes crappy phones rather than people take good Android, software and put it on crappy hardware, and then they add more shit to it. They add garbage to it, and wonder why. Can you lock onto a target, please? But yeah, they wonder why they have a bad experience with those phones. Google Fi is basically sort of like it's somewhat of a carrier, so to speak. But it's not like Android, and it's not. Did that heal everybody? I thought I saw some green 10s in there. Am I misreading that? Apple doesn't come pre-installed. Yeah, well, part of Apple's... The reason I think why Apple is doing well is because they're extremely committed to a single identity for their products, for better or for worse. It's an extremely limited presentation, it's extremely limited functionality, but it is a definitive package that always meets a certain standard. And I don't like what they offer, but I can understand why people would. Why can't I log on to you? Oh right, you know what I just forgot I have? I have the curse on me. It's probably going for another combat or two. I always forget this. It's so weird to have a debuff where you can't lock onto stuff. It's so easy to forget. But yeah, so the funny thing about Apple though is that they do have an experience that is very consistent and a lot of people like. But for me, like if I use like a Pixel or any of the like Nexus or any of those pure Android, Google driven stuff, I've had a far better experience with that than I have with any other Apple, like any Apple product, any other phone. Oh right, I've become so reliant on this locking system. Gotta play this like Dark Souls 3. Much more unlocked than normal. Dark Souls 1 and 2 I played mostly locked. There we go, now I can lock. I wonder if there's an incentive for probably shouldn't have taken that. Wonder if there's an incentive for Google to start forcing sort of like a seal of quality in some way. You know, another company that is also struggling with this? Freaking Unity. Unity had this issue where they, if you were using the free version for Unity, you're forced to put the logo, right? But if you're using Unity Pro, you don't have to put the logo like when you start up the game. And it was like, oh, this is a great way to get Unity on the radar, right? Because there's gonna be tons of people who are using it, so they're forced to show that they're using Unity. And it's like, yeah, that seems reasonable on the surface. The problem ended up being that only the crappier games that couldn't afford Pro or didn't want to bother with it were the ones that people knew were made with Unity. And the I don't know, CEO, owner, whoever, some main like head honcho for Unity, some head honcho for Unity had expressed that had recognized that was an issue. Any more swords? Kind of want something that's not broken, though. So remember how I mentioned Atari earlier? Like the great video game crash was because of stuff like that. Where like nobody really had any confidence. Nobody had any confidence that any of this stuff was going to be any good. It's sort of, I think indie games had a similar issue a while back too, because, you know, while there were a couple of great indie games early on, like, I mean, from the like what we know as indie games nowadays kind of perspective. I definitely need to heal. Okay. What was I gonna say? So there's been plenty of games that would be considered indie back in the day, right? Like, you didn't like games didn't start as AAA games. Games didn't start with publishers, and before that being, you know, software houses or what were they called? I can't remember what the term was. Before a publisher was a term. So, like, indie games as a concept have existed as long as games have existed, right? But what we know and think of as indie games, you know, around like Limbo or Braid or those, you know, when indie games kind of had the sort of revolution as to like, oh, indie games can be massively successful and they can compete with AAA, where everything's not all about like being in a retail store, you know. I think a lot of it was kind of like when Steam kind of came into its own. That sort of helps a lot to get indie games in the radar. But what ended up happening for a bit, until people really understood how to kind of fish for and find the good stuff, wasn't Half-Life considered indie? I don't remember. But these like smaller scale developers kind of getting on the radar again. There were many bad games. Like, to some degree, people looked at indie games as what do I want? People looked at indie games as being like lower quality for a while. Even Braid is kind of like, I can understand what they're going for, but man, it was such a the presentation for me was very stuffy and hoity-toity. Like, it was very pretentious, as I should say. And I felt like it was more. There was a lot of cases. Oh, I need this right. There was a bit of a. I felt like to some degree there were sort of indie games as a statement rather than indie games to be good games. But now there's so many good games coming out now as indies, you know, that there are these indie games that either you know, they either do something really interesting, they do something surprisingly high quality or high fidelity, I should say, or they tend to capture a lot of stuff like retro style or gameplay that a lot of AAA won't do anymore. Oops, that's really short range. Surprised the fire didn't get him.
Your order has been delivered.
Alright, I can finally get yeet. Whatever that is. Don't know what it does. Heard of a game called The Abyss? Yes, I played it a bit a while back. Both a bit before it was released, as well as a little bit after. Did a few streams of it. But all this... There's a third one. I was about to say, I knew I endorsed more than just the two. Yeah, Neon Abyss was good. I think it appeals more towards the Isaac crew than would appeal to me. But it's solid, for sure. The Switch can't really handle it. Huh. Wonder if Gungeon runs better. I know Gungeon is surprisingly demanding just because of it has like a lot of visual effects to it that you don't expect out of a pixel style game. Alright, there's yeet. Don't know what it does, but it's a thing I have. Exiting a crawl explodes whatever you are under. Yeah! I should probably take that. I take both of these. Gungeon does? Yeah, I played Gungeon a bit on Switch. It seemed to run fine. It seemed to hold the steady 60. Wonder how well it runs versus when you fight Dragon. Any of the big, like, bullet spammy type of stuff. Battery life on these modern smartphones just keeps getting worse and worse. You turn your back for 1 second and they lose charge. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like I'd be better off just tossing the dead phones at the monsters instead. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Defeat 10 enemies with bricked phones. Oh yeah, because you do get them off. You get the Fs. What is up? What is up? Claire, are you gonna be okay? Sort of. This kind of reminds me. So DayZ for their solution. The solution that DayZ had for people who turned off the grass, for people, to try to see people more. So there was the problem of like people turning down the settings for DayZ in order so that like you could see people trying to sneak up on you, like who were laying prone in the grass. They sunk the models just into the grounds for people who turned off the grass because it's gonna look like shit anyways. So you might as well have some level of hiding the player. And it kind of reminds me of like, Claire is just playing DayZ. I don't know if they're still doing that. This was the Arma version of DayZ back in the day. Never got that far, only got 3 levels in. It gets easier over time. I freaking love sandwiches. You want me to do something with the joblage? I love them so much, sometimes I eat them even when I'm not hungry. I see. Your new task is to eat a sandwich when you're already full. Just to feel the rush. It really feels like there's less and less justification of your task, Swamp. Hey, are you the intern here, or are you the super cool guy coming in with the great tasks? Chop, chop, get to it. Sandwich time. Okay, okay, Swamp. Hey, Marv. And you know I would be your partner to the end. Is who? What's? Oh, this is the. Yeah, I was about to say. I couldn't remember. I remember earlier. Marv was talking about, I believe, cowboys and ninjas, something like that. Do you like country music, Jackie? I absolutely freaking hate anyone who doesn't like country music. I just love horses and guitars and trucks and guns. Oh, you'd be perfect in Texas. You'd be perfect in Texas. Country music isn't really about any of that, Jackie. It's about the American spirit. Yep, I need to. That's pretty much what I said, right? I remember I've said this multiple times. What I knew I had arrived in Texas when I saw a billboard selling ammo. Tappy has nothing new to say today? Hey, there's my little rock star. What's poppin'? Learning the ropes around here, alright? Mostly just getting beat up by goblins, honestly. No shame in that. Some of the greatest minds in entrepreneurship history got their start raiding dungeons. Like who? Well, you know, they're out there. These spiky white-haired protagonist types, or the Master Swords and the Magic Runes or whatever. They start out as a lowly villager or condemned prisoner or something. Before you know it, they're vice president of the Mages Guild with a band of loyal followers behind them. That's a bunch of games mixed together. Happens all the time, right? I got no idea what you're talking about. Every fantasy anime ever? They probably missed a thing or two. You know, your rival who goes to doom the world, but then is like subservient to some bigger evil. But then when you complete that task, the big secret evil shows up and realizes that they were behind it all along, or perhaps that the world simply doesn't want to exist, and you have to prove the strength of humanity. Tell me what game that is. Okay. Yo, Avi, can I hear Kara getting mad at Tabby? Loading conversation. Tabby. What's up, Kay? I told you to stop leaving your bubble tea wrappers on my desk. Why do you even take the wrappers off, anyway? You're supposed to just stab the straw straight through. I know how bubble tea works, sweetie. For your information, I just unwrap them after I finish the drink. And I get bored. Well, put them in the freaking trash, okay? Or better yet, stop drinking that sugary garbage at all hours of the day. As of your little Miss Healthy Eater, how many packs of instant ramen are you on today? That's not the point. I need my brain food, okay? Conversation ended. Those two really need to sort out their differences. How much ramen... Okay, so here's a question for everybody. How much ramen have you eaten in a day? How many packs of ramen have you consumed in a single day? I think I've capped out at 2 or 3. And that's been like once. I feel like I've had like ramen for lunch and ramen for dinner, and that's been it. I don't think I've ever had like 4 or 5 packs of ramen in a day. If you weren't out, that'd be all your meals? Huh. I have no beef with ramen. I actually like my ramen with chicken. Where's the rim shot? Do I have a rim shot? Probably should pick up beef ramen at some point. Need some ramen variety. Anybody else to talk to? Yeah, let's do some sexy demon stuff. Let me first take a look at Gotta go to WikiDink anyways for the golden eggplant. Possibly bricked phones. I won't be able to eat a job, which... Oh my god, they got a bunch of Ahego or whatever emotes. I think cans of fizzle would help. I don't know if I want to choose another mentor here. Doing another skill though. I mean, considering demons, I'll choose myself some bloodsucker. I like that right before you go in, you get a task review. It's kind of nice. They have some like very nice UI stuff. I mean, not only is the presentation like nice and clean and everything. I mean, there's some interaction stuff I don't like. It's like small like little minor things like scrolling through lists in the task list. Why is the scroll so slow? It must be a percentage of the distance per time or something. I bet you that's what it is. They probably literally do that. They don't have like a lower bounds to how fast or slow you can scroll. And also when you choose your the prompt to choose a mentor or your skills, it says X, and X works, but it just seems a little strange that it's not just like regular Xbox A. Very, very minor things. Also, I would have liked, if I'm gonna nitpick, I would have liked it to where basically, let's say you have an empty slot in your inventory like this. Actually, let's do it this way. If you have two empty slots, right? Instead of being able to swap between the empty ones, if I'm switching, I'd probably instead mostly care to get to a full slot. So if I hit LB here or RB here, just take me straight to the bento box. Like super nitpicky stuff. It's a pillow, I guess. It makes sense. Ah. So, they're... Yeah. Extremely nitpicky things from somebody who's done UI for 10 years. 0 to 10. Soon enough, we'll get you to your Sexer Demon, though. Because there's a... Usually there's body pillows here and there. Haven't spent the past weeks staying up till 3 AM to not see a sexy demon? Suppose that's fair. There's one, I guess. I don't know, I guess it depends what your tastes are. Confidence juice. I don't really care to move faster right now. I'm looking for the body pillows. Forgot the critical info of you're watching anime until 3 AM. I need to avoid staying up for to play more Breakpoint because I ground that so freaking much. Actually, you know what? I'll look for more of those. I gotta find those eggplants. I was spending so much time grinding to get is any eggplant? Can I lock onto it? No. Low-hanging fruit. So even though I stayed up way too late playing Breakpoint, I did at least get #1 on the diamond ladder. Sure. So basically, some of the fights just give you stuff. Like you basically have like a dating sim, like swipe left or right effect. Some of them give you items. Others give you like an ally. You get like an AI partner to fight with. Here we go, yeah.
Thank you for your business.
So now she'll fight for me for a while. Wait, is this a built-in fire? I guess it does. I guess it does. Kind of a cool effect. Where it sort of like fizzles into ash. There's the body pillow. It's two-sided. And it's actually not like super terrible for damage. It's not amazing, but it functions. If you wanted your sexy demon, I have acquired 2 of them. One in the form of a body pillow. Man, inventory slots, and I kind of want this though. You're guessing these artists made up those crappy anime game Unity flips? I want to see what Yeet does. I'm actually not, besides Styx Coin. So, well, actually, you know what? Java and I don't really know what they did. I can't remember if I remember seeing them pointing out what Joblin does. Styxcoin is a cryptocurrency firm, and Winky Dinks is like a dating app. You know, very like a swipe left and right kind of thing. I can't remember what Joblin did though. Here's the golden one. Oh, I need like an object. Knock this thing down. There we go. There's our golden eggplant. I like how they put this on a pedestal. Oh, that's what the cooldown is for. This thing doesn't light on fire until
Guaranteed.
it applies. It doesn't constantly set stuff on fire. It's a cooldown for the buff. Where else would you put it? Considering we're in Winky Dink, I guess that's probably an appropriate place to put it. Oh, that's what Yeet does. It does exactly what I thought it might. Improves your throws. Yeah. Oh, okay. We're gonna have fun with this. Actually, I would be much more willing to take Yeet as a starting perk than anything else. Except for the healing would be nice too. The vampirism. Oh, everything's on fire. And the slimes do not like being on fire. Oh no. I accidentally set my girlfriend on fire. That sounds like a today I fucked up Reddit post. Those slimes really do not like being on fire. There's a yeet. That's actually pretty good. Do you do more damage with that? Or what? Oh, there's another. There was another one of those. There's another one of those excellent spears. Kind of makes you wonder what kind of fan art is made for this game already. For 3, combat tool, leave behind valuable opportunities. Curse of Butterfingers. That's worrisome. Oh, you lose money. I think. No. Oh, it's you again. Oh, you drop stuff when you roll, okay. That's fine, I can just throw everything. This one was nice because not only did they set stuff on fire, but they also like they fight at a distance, so I don't have to worry about as much. I don't have to worry about taking as much damage. Oh, it didn't. They didn't come with me this time. Maybe that's random. So prefer another companion. I'm a lonely. Hmm. I want to save a little bit of money. It's really cheap. Resourceful is surprisingly cheap. Actually doing really well. This attempt at the dungeon. My last attempt at Winky didn't go super well at all. Oh, I charmed that one, right. That was a mistake.
Your order has been delivered.
I think I skipped that last time thinking it was a weapon. Oh, I'm bad. Wonder if everyone's doing that. I'm making it awkward. There we go. Yeah, these ones were rough. The big slashy demons. I need more. I need faster weapons and more. I need more fizzle. Don't break my food. I need that. I need it to live. I don't see a single can of fizzle yet. Yeah, they have quite the fancy walk. There we go. The big old crit. I need any like vaguely decent weapons now, not body pillows. What? That is bounce. There's another fizzle too. I can't get it though. Don't think I have any like overhead attacks. Nah. Oh man, like the table effect is great. So I can dive under tables with this perk, and everything explodes, and it's super great. How far are we? Wow, how far are we with these challenges? 18% with the item randomizer. That's as far as we've gotten. I'd say if any of them gets to 50%, then I'll go ahead and do them. Otherwise, I'm going to extend them out and see where we go. Because 100,000 or whatever it was already too much. Oh man, this reminds me of table tech in Gungeon. But I feel like I didn't expect to see that as usable in this, but it's totally great.
Fantastic. You're the best.
Hey, thanks for the sub, boss. You had another 2K, you put it towards the other one? Well, I mean, if they all expire, it refunds your points. Well, we can do one of two things. We can either extend the goals, or we can just refund. I could still crawl under that? Wow. Oh, he's still doing damage though. Gotta be careful. I'm still taking damage from all these hearts. Did I hit a shop yet? No. But yeah, if the challenges don't work out, you'll get refunded, or I'll extend them, one or the other. Another fiery weapon. Oh. There's your yeet. Big weapons. What was I gonna say? Nasty peach. Can I eat this anyways? Can I, whatever, I pick it up, what happens? Nothing. Okay. If it doesn't work out in the long term, like whatever we end up doing for these challenges, I'll just reduce them a lot. Well, there's good peaches you can get. There's also some nasty ones. Aw. Thanks, sus package. Sus crate, whatever it was called. It was too much. Hey, hard-headed. Room for growth would be good to start with, too. How have you been enjoying your fizzle, Jacqueline? It's great. Really useful for killing I mean, for tasting, drinking. I knew it. As soon as you start drinking it, you just can't resist the flavors. They burrow into you. And I bet you wish you had more of it around you at all times, don't you? I guess. Behold, my latest invention, the Fizzle Pouch. It's a pouch that holds Fizzle? It's so much more than that, Jacqueline. But that is the primary function, yes. Now all the Fizzle you could ever want is at your disposal, 24/7. And that's not all. I perfected my design for a Fizzle vending machine, so you can buy more Fizzle at any time at a reasonable price. Was that a twofer? What happened here? How many different random benefits did I get? Is that one perk together, or is that completely round out? Hold on a sec. There's one more. There's one more I haven't gotten yet. That was a combo. Lose a Harkitator, gain 4 armor. Nope. Ooh, spear stuff. Weapon-specific stuff. Oh, there's a bunch of weapon-specific stuff. Crits charm enemies. Oof. Two-handed weapons are wielded like one-handed weapons. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one, actually. Or protective, though? I'd probably... I don't know if I'd want that. Wait, charge attacking with sharp weapons launches a laser. Wait, I didn't read this until now. Wow, okay. I want that. It is Zelda time. So Mars got you digging around in the Winky Dink offices now. Yep, it's a mess down there. Can't be worse than actually using the app. All the guys I ever met on there were complete hellspawn. And the girls never messaged me back at all. Yikes. I'm sorry, Kara. Don't sweat it. Dating isn't the end-all be-all of existence. I invest my emotional energy in more fruitful things, like dog ownership. Not a bad plan. Have you been experimenting with the different properties of Fizzle much? Out of all the status effects out there, my favorite has got to be freezing. Because the only thing more refreshing than an ice-cold Fizzle is watching the struggle of your ice-cold enemies. And when you start wielding the frozen enemies as weapons, what? What? You can kill a dude with another dude? I'm totally doing this. The fun really gets going. Oh, I'm all excited now. Go try that out for me. Defeat a monster with a frozen monster. Let's go. That is absolutely... I had no idea that was a thing. I'm making that happen. Wait, I can talk to Abby. Nobody else? Abby, you better have something good for me. Yo, Abby, I hate this job. Play me a recording of Marv being an idiot. Loading conversation. Fantastic news, everyone. I've completed my latest Fizzle flavor. Anchovy Parmesan. It's positively bursting with umami. That's great news, Fern. Would you mind reminding everyone what that is? Certainly, my friend. Umami is a lesser known of the 5 main tastes, best described as... No, everyone knows what umami is, Fern. I mean the other thing. What other thing? You mean anchovy? Oh my god. Marv does not know what an anchovy is. I think he doesn't. Marvin? If you'd like me to describe what an anchovy is, it's a small fish that... no, never mind. Of course I know what an anchovy is. I'm not stupid. I'm the project manager. What are you all looking at? Everyone get back to work. This is the best day ever. This is gonna keep me going all week. Conversation ended. Oh man, I wish I had like more silly interactions with my bad bosses. Like, my past bad boss experiences have been like, oh, they broke a monitor today, or they folded a Nexus 7 tablet in front of me after they lost a match in the middle of a company meeting. Or, you know, that story about them throwing a TV down a hallway. those have been my office, my bad, my bad boss anecdotes. Not at the company I currently work for, but those have all actually literally happened. No, a TV down a hallway, not a staircase. What did I say? Actually, the person that I worked for a long while ago, they were known for keeping a stack of keyboards because they needed they had such anger issues that they would break them on the regular. One of the people who I worked with, one of the designers for that same company, kept one of the keyboards because it was one of those like Logitech K800 keyboards, the sort of wireless keyboards, and when it was snapped it wasn't even snapped in half. It was bent at a 40-ish, 40 to 60 degree angle or so, sort of like a not quite a C. It had the back pops out a little bit, so they were using it to hold pens and pencils and stuff. Do you think I can get a break, Marv? I'm super beat. Of course, Jackie. Feel free to take a break whenever you want. Mental health is important. Just don't relax too hard, or Abby's algorithm might decide to fire you and replace you with a more productive intern who relaxes slightly less. Oof. That reminds me of the predatory PTO policy some companies try to implement. So you can. There's basically a couple different options for PTO for companies. One place I worked at a while ago did this, where basically you could say, oh, well, you have PTO, and you have the basic rules for spending it, right? You might have some rollover at the end of the year, and you either accrue or start with some at the beginning of the year or whatever it is, right? You might earn PTO over time, the longer throughout that year. But if you get laid off, then you have to that's part of your compensation. So the employer has to pay you out your PTO, right? Standard stuff. But what some companies have started doing is saying, "Oh, we have open PTO. You can take off whenever you want, so long as you get your work done." And you'd be like, "Oh, that's cool, right? Now I could take a break, and I can." I'm not so bound by this, finding time to be sick or to take off for whatever reason, right? Problem is that those same companies tend to give you mountains of work, and they have that as your expectation, right? So you're forced to basically work a regular, or more specifically, more than regular hours, right? And you have no allowance for taking off at that point. So you have two problems with that. Is that one is that you can't, there's no cash in of the time you didn't spend. And you're forced to work more through the illusion of having freedom to take off whenever you want. And one of the companies I worked at for a while back, in fact, the same company as the one with the boss who had massive anger management problems, they implemented that policy right before they laid everybody off. So what they basically said, our prior PTO, whenever you take off, you're spending that prior PTO first. And what they wanted you to do is to burn out your remaining PTO before the layoff, even though you really kind of couldn't take the PTO because you had you're crunching all the time anyways. But they didn't want to pay people out. They didn't want to pay people their actual PTO is really what was going on. What's up, Swamp? Me, Beb, just vibing. Tried Bix and 2 flavors of Fizzle earlier, and Fern came by and flipped out at me. Said I was rooting the sanctity of the flavors. I think I saw tears in his eyes. Yikes. Noted. So, I guess the moral of the story that I had from earlier was that if you have the option and you recognize a terrible employer, bail ASAP. I know for most people, especially in 2020, it's not an option and you're basically fucked. But if you're one of the fortunate, 5, then do what you can. It's better for your sanity. Alright, on that note, I'm going to take a quick break and hit the restroom. I'm going to remember to run an ad this time, so that people who pop in aren't stuck with pre-rolls. So give me a couple minutes, and I'll be back. Alright. It's not that one. That overlay I haven't populated. Like I think I left it mostly blank. This one. Yeah. Like I have to I use that one like if I was using that one for a while, but I mostly just use that one if people don't know what I'm playing or if I need to explain stuff. Oh man. So as I, now that my new my new layout and the new wiring for my streaming setup, while it's convenient and everything, I can't mute it before I stand up to go walk off to hit the restroom or whatever. So it has that like awkward like standing up, sitting down, like rustling that I hate. like what I would like, and I can't do with the current setup would be like, since everything's going through one mixer, I can't like mute just the microphone because the mixer is like out of wall, like opposite the opposite end of my living room. And what I would like, and I can't find for cheap, is a multi-bus mixer. Where it's my understanding that that's weird. She had like this is the animation for switching weapons. Anyways, what I would be able to do would be basically to say I want to mute just one channel on the mixer, and like I think it would be considered to be like another audio device in Windows. But I haven't been fortunate enough to get that set up yet, or to buy one, to find a good one and then get it set up. This is really weird. So okay, so here's one of the UI gripes that I have, right? So now it's fixed. Oh, here it is. Okay, so you know how it says at the bottom, it says X switch mentor, X switch skill, right? And I think what it is that, yeah, you know what it is? Yeah. They don't have a default selection for, and now they do. No, they don't. This is a bug in their UI. Okay, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I worked on games that had this exact same problem. Whenever you switch categories, it's supposed to reset to a default selection, but I think they only do it for... They only do it... What causes it to go away? I can't seem to figure out what the rule is for this. So normally you expect to be selecting like mentor by default, and it's like X switch mentor. Now it has no selection, but hitting X still switches mentor. So it's like, it doesn't know to display the selection. I can't change this. Well, I can change the selection. How did they break this like that? I'm trying to figure it out. But I've seen the same issue with slightly different causes in some of the UIs I've worked with, where like, if there's no available thing to initiate a selection on, when you reach it, it doesn't select. And then sometimes you expect to start only on one submenu, which has that behavior, rather than all submenus or only the relevant submenu. So like you expect the resume and the exit, both of these would independently try to select the first element in the first valid list. Like, settings does it consistently. But tasks doesn't really have selection as a behavior. There's no list to work with. Well, there's no list that has a selection to it. Just a display, like a non-interactable, non-selectable list. Oh, that's so weird. Anyways, all I wanted to do is get to choosing my skills, but I'm just stuck on that. Anyways, instead of bloodsucker, I had just endorsed something else. I wanted to grab, like, resourceful would be good. Oh, yeet I wanted to get. I don't have that yet. Halfway there. I think one other one I wanted that I think I did endorse. Penny Pincher would have been good. Empty Heart is pretty standard. Yeah. Okay. I'm actually gonna head over to 6-Coin again, I think. Haven't been in there in a while. Ooh, these are good. The smart objects. It is almost broken though. Let's just do a lamp. Gaslight. I really wanna. I would love to be able to figure out what I can do with this. Blockchain looks almost identical to those cubes in Mario Odyssey. The end game item, or not really item. You know what I mean? Like the what leads to extra levels. Gotta use more of this fizzle. All right, I can pick up frozen dudes. I forgot. I grabbed that cool wrench again. I didn't get it.
Thank you for your business.
Ooh. Milk. I don't think I want any of this. Wait, is that Cool Ranch? No, it's sour potato. Did I drop? Where's the other can? I think it just exploded. I think I just dropped it. Ooh, yes. Gotta find myself a sharp oven now. What's a sharp weapon? I wonder if there's any, like... Ooh, it's got a spin? What? That's cool. I can trace all sorts of angles now. Sharp lounge chair. Need one of those Joblin swords. Oh, it's cheap too, huh? Can I choose? No. Oh, there we go. This Cool Ranch. Okay, cool. Yeah, I really should stop and have some before I like do a super long stream but end up like super dehydrated. All right. I'm surprised that they're so generous with the fizzle drinks. I wonder what the other mentors do at like high level. I mean, Swamp was already really great, just randomly stealing stuff for you. The apps were good. I didn't use them as much as I should have. Sort of my mistake. Like, I have like the Mega Elixir problem. Wait, I can carry more than one of these things. Oh no, I have more than one use. That's what it is. So I'm just buying multi-packs. Anything sharp here? Oh, taxer sharp. I guess they really just mean swords. Alright. These mining rigs are rough.
Remember to leave a rating.
There's Yeet. Yeet's real nice. No other crates anywhere. Yeah, okay. Cubes, I should say. Oh man, I'm just remembering I've got pizza dough in the fridge. And tomorrow is going to be a very flavorful day. I don't think I want to need this. Oh, you know what I realized? I should be converting stuff just so that I have real money that I take out of the system as well. I shouldn't be sitting on all of these, all this currency that I lose the moment. I don't think I keep this when I exit. I don't know, actually. I'd have to think about that. Wow, okay, Yeet with a freaking heavy item is amazing. Not sure why, but this reminds me of Katamari. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, actually. Yeah, the visual style, yeah. Lots of like random clutter and the sort of soft, shapy style, not like super heavily detailed. Got stuck on the minecart for a second. I wonder what happens if you choose... I guess you can. I was going to say if you had two different mentors for both Fizzle and the apps, but you can't. There's two of these. I would really pay more attention looking for these basic cubes. Oh, that's not good. Where's my avocado toast? Super horror game.
Delivery for Jacqueline.
You kind of wanted to do a horror month thing on Twitch, but to remind you, remember that it involves actually playing a horror game. Yeah, I've been struggling to figure out which games that I'd want to play for Spooktober stuff. And I think the only one that I'm really interested in is Darkwood, and I don't know when I'm going to play that. I feel like my voice is starting to run out a little bit. I don't know what it is. I haven't been streaming that much. It's been an issue since the past few streams. I've been it feels like my voice has been running out. I haven't been super dehydrated either. Let the smart pickaxe do its thing. There you go. Good pickaxe. And it's gone. You're not the target I meant to lock onto. You're killing me. Wow, it just keeps going. That's pretty good. Is this the fizzle? Yep. Unrelated, but you got your dad to go out shopping with you and had him pick out some cereal for himself, and he legit took 5 or so minutes trying to figure it out. Which cereal? You would think that, I guess if you're interested in trying something new. Why is there so much cereal that's basically candy? Because it's sold mostly to children. Butterfingers? Oh, okay, that's fine. Ooh, here we go. Hella hell. Is there a fizzle there too? No. Last time he got cereal for himself was 15 years ago. Huh. Did he decide he wanted cereal, or did you convince him to have cereal? Be like, Dad, provide yourself cereal. It is of gross importance. It is imperative that you acquire and consume cereal. It's on sale. Who is the adult here? One for himself. Are you buying food for him? How does this work? Oh. Living with him at the moment? Oh, so you're helping out with groceries and stuff. Sorry, I keep forgetting how, like, if I wasn't so incredibly fortunate, I would be living with either a roommate or I guess I'd probably go back to live with my dad. I forget how, like, the smaller interact. Like, if I had to live with my dad, I'd be like pulling my hair out because, like, he has some obnoxious tendencies, and I think I've tried to blot that idea out of my head. Like, for example, he gets music stuck in his head, and then as he breathes, he idly hums. But it's nothing. It doesn't ever get substance. It's just a bunch of, like, random humming, like really subtle humming, and it's awful. And he also had the habit for the longest time of listening to a lot of religious music. So it was like really like choir style crappy humming, and it was just awful. Does that mean... Do I own this? Oh, you charm them when you pick up the stakes. Oh, this is the best. Oh, now you don't like me. Ah. I have a habit of humming when idle to a song that you're pretty sure doesn't exist.
Have a great day.
My childhood schooling experience was so awful that a lot of those, like, idle behaviors have been bullied and harassed out of me. Oh, we wanted to destroy laptops, right? I keep forgetting about this. Or no, we wanted to destroy phones. I already did laptops. Yeah, well, I can't do phones right now. Has a rhythm and a clear path, but it goes nowhere after a while. Try putting it to, if you have any resources or want to hum it, put it out there and see what people think. Maybe it's something that that does exist. Oh, weird. I think I picked it up before it popped. The fizzle. Gonna head to bed. Alright, boss. Thanks again for the sub. Well, oh, actually, before you go, what anime are you watching? Is it all about the sexy devils, or is it something else? Actually, what would that even be? I don't even know of any. Or sexy demons, I should say. I don't really watch a lot of, like, quote-unquote waifu shows. Last one I watched was Dorohedoro, and I'm sad that it has no that it's only the first, it doesn't, there's no guaranteed second season yet. There's been a bunch of stuff that that didn't go anywhere. Like, you know, like obviously Berserk is the big popular one that everyone refers to. Oh, they only cover the Golden Age arc, and that's about it. And then everything else has been like movies and low budget stuff. I've been taking suggestions for stuff that people were mentioning in the anime Discord, and so I ended up at one point I saw Beastars, I saw My Hero Academia, which I still haven't seen the rest of yet. What was the other one? Brand New Animal. I've watched probably most of the first season of Avatar, I think. I think it's the first season. The book of the first book. They were naming the seasons after books. Dorohedoro is one of the most batshit insane anime and has an actual cohesive story you've seen in a long time. I'm liking it. I'm hoping that there actually is like a continuation of it. Recently, you've been watching Is It Wrong to Pick Girls in a Dungeon, which is so wholesome, and the main character is so naive it doesn't fit the name. Maybe that's the point. So speaking of wholesome, I want to play more games that are like, I mean, there's 7 of them so far, but I want to play more games like Yakuza that have that kind of like, that style to it. Grimoire Zero is probably be your next anime. There was like 1 or 2 other ones I recently watched. I'm trying to remember. I have been wanting to watch, I lost your train of thought. There was one other one I couldn't find on anything. Because, you know what it was? It was, Macaw was doing, oh no, I can lose my bento box. I have not seen what I believe to be the entirety of Lupin III. But I've seen chunks of it here and there. I have not seen the whole of it. Macaw has been playing through the entirety of the Yu Yu Hakusho games, however you spell or pronounce it. And I've seen very small amounts of that series, and I've been meaning to watch it, and I couldn't find it on any streaming service at all. The closest I could find was it was on like Amazon Video for like $3 an episode, and I'm like, are you drunk? Like the entire series access for $3. I know it's old, but I saw a small amount of it on like Adult Swim or something a while back. But like, there's old. I mean, the entirety of Dragon Ball, the entirety of Naruto, One Piece. I mean, I guess because the entire series probably ended, is what you're saying, I'd imagine. All right, boss. Have a good night. Enjoy your wholesome naivety. I didn't even jump the couch. Last episode aired in like 1984. Wow. I mean, Macaw tends to have that habit of playing like ancient games, so I guess it makes sense. Yu Yu Hakusho is probably like completely non-relevant at this point. Wasn't quite as popular as Dragon Ball. I mean, how many things are as popular as Dragon Ball? I mean, when you talk about the so-called big three, it was Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. Here, get in there. You do some work. And I wish I had found this out sooner. Ooh. It's totally enough for everyone. I mean, technically. The Josh Patea, rather, I should say. Actually, you know, depending on what their nationality is, you don't know. I knew somebody with the last name Patel, and it wasn't Patea. Can't remember if if that person had two L's at the Patel though. Part of the popularity, aside from being a shonen anime, is that it generally stayed on the same pretty focused topics. I remember something about you mean from Yu Yu Hakusho, or do you mean from Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Bleach? Oh, okay. Yu Yu Hakusho was a bit more mature. If someone died, they were mega dead. I remember McCall was mentioning something like the series has went from battle to battle to battle more than like Dragon Ball, and that was like a big thing. They just they fast forwarded through a lot of stuff. Yeah, all right, lost a minecart, but I did really well there. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Your order has been delivered.
Boom goes the dynamite. You know another series that so remember how I mentioned all the series that like never have a continuation? Freaking Hunter x Hunter. I really wish Hunter x Hunter had had continued, because apparently there's more stuff, and I remember there being something like they get to the really interesting stuff in the later episodes. You have to go back and watch it. So you pretty much more about the majority of the villains didn't really have time to develop a personality for Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I meant to pick up the chisel hammer, not I mean, it'll help, I guess. Didn't mean to spend the money. I still got the bento box too. Should really get this. I should come out swinging with this. Let's go. Here's your boss. So this is Patea, I believe. Good damage. Ooh. I thought One Piece is making some good progress. What else hit me? Ooh, I gotta pay more attention now. Ugh. He's fire immune. I can use a weapon. So rhythm-oriented, this boss. Yeah, there's like two different. The horizontal swing has two different timings. The tell seems to be very. Significantly different between them. Ooh, there's Mulk. Ugh. Damn you. I need to start with a bit more HP, I think. One Piece is without a doubt the most detailed world you've ever seen in media. Fleshed out, probably. I would say fleshed out. Hunter x Hunter is crazy good. You wish they would continue the anime, given how much the manga still has going. Yeah. I mean, it seemed like Hunter x Hunter didn't really. The good parts were yet to come, and it was already good. So there I am, just standing there, totally slathered in Chipotle mayo. Hardcore, dude. Guess what, everyone? What did you do, Ray? It's surprise party time, nerds! Everyone stop what you're working on and report to the Fizzle Cafe immediately. This party order comes down from the very top. Last one, there's a barf emoji. Come on, squad, let's go. Oh, great. I'm starting to worry today might actually be productive. A party? Oh gosh. Oh no, oh gosh. We don't have the budget for a real party, not even clothes. Oh, Ray hasn't bought anything too. What did you buy? crazy. Is that a... Let's get turnt jabronis. Oh, yep. Everything's on the company card. Go nuts. Oh, yep. Whatever. May as well roll with it. Cheers, my guy. Mackay, babe. Raymond. What is that? You like the ice sculpture? I had it specially made. I could gather that. How much did it cost? Beats me. Who reads receipts these days? That's what credit card statements are for. Ray, we're already way over budget. You promised me no more big purchases until we hit our milestone. Hey, Cabot. What do you mean, how'd you make it better? It's just a different font. They did change the font, yeah. How am I supposed to manage the company finances when you can never keep a lid on your spending? Listen, I know work on the hold on, I gotta turn this down. Listen, I know work on the product hasn't been all roses and sunshine recently, but that's even more reason to kick back and relax. Better Twitch allows you to switch it, or just Better Twitch oh, I don't know, try Calibri. I'm gonna keep saying that. That's gonna be my new font. But that's even more reason to kick back and relax. Calibri, yeah. That's like my favorite. That's the font I use on my website. It's a good one. Depends on what you're looking for a font. It's different. I mean, yes. I don't know. I think. Do you want a serif font? What font do you want? I mean, if you want to really like, if you want a formal font, choose Georgia. It's funny we had this discussion earlier. That's even more reason to kick back and relax. You make a killing when you're chilling, or something. What was that you said the other day, Marv? I give up. Spend it all, Ray. Buy 5 more ice sculptures if you want to. You never listen to me anyway, so I may as well just shut up. That's what everyone wants around here, right? Tappy. She'll be back. This is just what happens when a fixed mindset clashes with a growth mindset. Right, Marv? Ray's right. Let's try to enjoy ourselves, everyone. Is Marv the one that's screwing everybody over? I mean, Marv already messed with, oh. Yeah. With Fern earlier. There is Yeet. There's a lot of endorsements. Look at this. It's carrying figures. What's the normal font? The one that I used to use? For my page, it says back to business going under use. What font is that? You mean for my, like the chat part of Twitch? I don't know, I can look it up. Mute tab. Give me a sec, I want to just... Control-Shift-C to the rescue. I'll give you the exact list. Where's your font? Where's your font family? I believe it's this group. Hold on. Enter Robert Helvetica Nui. Okay, I believe it's this in order. Like the way it works is basically if it can't find one, it'll try to keep going. So it's one of those in order. Why would they change the font? Probably because it's a little bit more readable. It's probably easier to read massive amounts of text with that font. Having spent time, well, I mean, I've worked in UI for 10 years. They probably could have slightly better kerning and stuff, but there are certain fonts that are softer and easier to read and are more conducive to like chat, and I think the one that they switched to is probably more towards that. But I can understand that people don't like the change. It doesn't look great at smaller size. Well, I don't know. It's actually pretty readable at small size. Never mind. It just looks different at small size. Weird. It's more readable at 100%. Normally, I view Twitch chat at 125 or 150. It's actually somewhat readable at lower scaling. Can I turn this off? This is Avi. You're killing me. Avi, shush. It's still going. No, it's in my head. Oh, I'm sorry, Tappy. You think I'm stupid, Jackie? Of course I don't. Nobody thinks you're stupid, Tappy. How flattering. Too bad it's a load of bull. I hear the way you all talk about me. Like I'm a child who can't think for herself. The whole budget thing is Ray's fault, not yours. Yeah, I know. As long as I can remember, I've had to suck up to that blockhead. And he still treats me like trash in front of the whole team. It's like this every time, Jay. Take a good look. Whether you push numbers around for a living or write code, or whatever Fern does, the guys in charge are always going to find a way to invalidate your work. There's got to be a way to resolve this. Maybe we, I don't know, talk to Marv? I know you're not that naive, Jackie. Just leave me alone, okay? I'm gonna stare at my screen for another 2 hours, clock out, and then go talk to my cat. I know that feel. So, and this whole kind of line of conversation here, place I worked at up until about 2014-ish. The boss for that was the same company with the dude throwing TVs down hallways, literally. I was working, and it was a pretty rough, like crunchy time, and the boss walked over to my desk and said something really, really nasty that basically invalidated a lot of the stuff I was working on. And I was trying to attribute it to somebody else, who was an incompetent moron, and that was the point where I clocked out. Like, I literally at that point was looking for I started looking for another place to work at that point in 2014, and I basically stopped working at that point. I was literally just coming in to stare at a monitor, and then once it felt like I had been at the office for a long enough time, I just walked out, and then that was my daily routine for a while, back at the end of 2014. And that was basically after the first round of layoffs of that company, where they got rid of about half of the people who were working there. They basically sold the company. They sold the product to another company. And then a few months later, everybody else got laid off as well. And then when I ended up working for the company that everybody got bought out to, eventually they got laid off as well. There were 3 layoffs in that realm, basically. And then afterwards, the opportunity that I had was basically a short-term opportunity that they were going to choose who they wanted to keep. It was basically knowing I would be laid off a third time. So I was part of 2 layoffs in one company, So I was one of 2 layoffs in one company, another layoff in another company, and then effectively a planned layoff in yet another company that I knew about ahead of time in a row. But the first one was the one that I remember the most because it was the place I had worked at for the longest out of those companies. And it was a terrible place to work at back in between 2009-ish and 2014. Technically, I was working remote since 2018 or 2008 for that company. But yeah, I could certainly understand like if you were done, if you're coming in to exist to be a warm body at the building, and then clock out while you look for work at another place. And when I see Ray tomorrow, I'll act like nothing happened. I'll smile at him and tell him how well his blazer fits, because that's my real job here. Tappy, just leave me alone. Yeah, I know how that goes. Raymond wasn't always like this, you know. Like what? Egotistical, flippant towards other people's feelings. When we started Fizzle together, you were the partner? When we started Fizzle together, I guess it makes sense because he's one of the older people at the company. I sensed that he truly cared about the flavors. Wait, you're a co-founder of Fizzle? Indeed, but no one would know it, looking at me now. I allowed Raymond to take the title of CEO so that I might focus on the flavors. Perhaps my greatest mistake. Or perhaps I saved myself from the same fate as him. You sure do like your flavors. Flavors are more than the way our product tastes, Jackie. They are the vector by which all of life's experiences are defined. A beverage, a relationship, a team, each has their unique flavor. Each individual adds their own subtle yet distinct notes. Currently, Fizzle's notes are conflicting, or becoming too bitter, too salty. Without every ingredient, our recipe is destined for failure. Interesting. Get out of here, AC butt. What? Like, yes, I could see this. Can I move? I can't move this. It would be funny if I could pick it up. What's up, Swamp? What's up, Swamp's smuck? Or apron, I guess. Hey, babe. Want to try the new drink I just made up? It's basically every flavor of Fizzle mixed with some confidence juice from Winky Dink. Kara tried it and said it was pretty good by my standards. Quote unquote. I feel like someone should go talk to Tappy. Be my guest, babe. I'm too scared to talk to her when she's having a crap day. She always seems like she's close to stabbing someone with a thumbtack. Well, I'm way ahead of her on that one. Haha, you were right. How you doing, Kara? Nope, that's not the activate button. What? I don't want to talk to you right now, Swamp. Oh, I needed this. Working on that awful app for 10 hours a day is killing me. Seems like nobody is really that worried about Tappy. Listen, Jackie, I've worked with her long enough to know that chasing after her isn't going to make her feel any better. Besides, Marv chews me out like that almost every day. Does anyone come to check on me? Of course not, because Kara's so tough and jaded, she could probably take any punishment without batting an eye, right? Kara, I didn't realize. It's fine, Jackie, really. I'm not about to be Tappy's shoulder to cry on is all. She's not my friend. I don't treat my coworkers like my friends, by design. And I think acting that way leads only to heartache. Just have a drink, okay? Relax, and take advantage of this moment. They don't come around that often. This is unfortunately too real. I've had moments like this. Everyone's all bent out of shape and somebody orders pizza or something. And it doesn't really make anything really better. It's almost like it's the same way. It's the same reason why like some people drink or smoke or whatever it ends up being. It's like it doesn't really make anything better. It just allows you to ignore it for a bit. You seem pretty bummed out for someone who just got to take time off. Who just got to take time off work in the middle of the day. You're worried about Tappy, aren't you? I don't want to talk about it. Jackie, as your project manager, Manager, it's my duty to ensure you're having a good time here. Why aren't you talking to Tappy then? Because it's also my job to not step on the CEO's toes. Oh. I mean, technically, this is too freaking, like, yes, that will happen. Alright, wait. Ray, why are you such a shithead? How do you like the party, Rockstar? Are you gonna talk to Tappy? She seems pretty upset. Listen, I like you, kid. Notice he's, like, all bent out of shape now. Ray, why are you such a douchebag? But you don't know the first thing about running a business. A boss is like a parent. A good parent doesn't reward tantrums. Tappy should know better than to try to roast me in front of the whole team like that, Anyway, don't worry about her, kid. It's not healthy to take on other people's stress as your own. I learned that from a mindfulness podcast just this morning. Oh my god. Okay, so, the same boss who I worked for, you know, literally bent Nexus 7 tablets on their desk in half in front of me, or regularly destroyed keyboards, punched monitors, threw a TV down a hallway, literally, had read, I believe, The Best Salesman in the World, or one of those similar books, and that gave him an epiphany to make a bunch of stupid-ass changes. This freaking game. I wonder if anybody who I know... I mean, this is so sketchy familiar that I wonder if anybody who I ever worked with in the past currently works in this game. Because this is kind of freaky at this point. This is getting kind of weird. I'm sorry, Tappy. Well, out of all my tasks, what can I do that seems most accomplishable today? Can't do. I got close to 6 coin. I could switch up my mentor and grab. Where is Kara? And I'm actually gonna take a different. I haven't endorsed the boxing one, have I? Punch above your weight. No. How close am I? Almost there. Kind of need that. Oh, there is the one that doubles your damage in the way in, though. Thought I have that endorsed. And then need to buy an espresso machine. Yeah. I could do most of these tasks in the Joplin area. Critting with a charm is pretty good. Or, charming with a crit. Spearheader, on the other hand, would be really great for Winky Dinks, because there's a million spears. Wait, this is not the one I want to be in. You're not a Joblin. Funny enough, reading that list of fonts, I have no idea what Inter is as a font. I recognize Helvetica, Arial, Sans Serif, or specifically Helvetica Neue. I don't know what enter is, though. New task, Fern? I have to ask, have you encountered any bottles of Fizzle Classic down in the dungeon? Yeah, I drink it all the time. Why? We discontinued that product ages ago due to the because the flavors are off. But it seems that when the hazmat team, and the custodians, disposed of the old bottles, they just threw it down into the basement instead. As you know, drinking a bottle of that stuff can make you feel positively invigorated. So I'm curious to see what happens to a human being when they consume an inordinate amount. If this all sounds unethical to you, don't worry. Worrying is bad for your heart. Have 9 heart containers. Oh, I'll consider it. Alright, Marv. That's not the interact button. Marv, I had a question. Ask away, Jackie. You've got some burning questions about entrepreneurship, project management, cowboy hat brands. Whatever happened to the, wasn't there a discussion about ninjas or pirates at some point? Been very cowboy lately. Maybe that was a Ray thing. I'm all yours. How do you keep your head so smooth? It's impeccable. Coconut oil. Thanks, Mar. Just asking for a friend. I had this discussion earlier about needing to buy more chapstick because I keep losing the sticks. And somebody had said it's all a scam, and you just keep coming back. And I don't know if he was being sarcastic or what, but he mentioned coconut oil as an alternative. I don't know if that's actually a recommendation or not. You own a car, kiddo? Ha! Oh, you were serious. Of course I'm serious. Nothing like feeling the wind in your hair after a hard day's work. My whip's a real beauty, too. Fully electric. If you care about that sort of thing. Ask nicely, and I'll let you take her for a spin one of these days. Because that's just the kind of cool boss I am. A really cool boss would probably pay all his workers. Speak up, kid. Can't quite hear you. Nothing. Never mind. I think a lot of people nowadays, when they can, are skipping out on getting cars and licenses because of the expense, as well as people who live either close to work or public transportation's good, or especially in bigger, better maintained cities and stuff. I remember back when I lived in Michigan, the public transportation was pretty terrible. What do you think of Marv? Dude, I freaking dislike that guy. There is only one thing that bugs me more than unchecked abuse of authority, and that's bald people. Bald people. I'm just messing. Some of my favorite streamers are bald. You talking about Swiftor, or are you talking about... No, you're talking about Squega. Obviously, the captions are not going to get the spelling right. Actually, I don't even know if Swiftor is still bald. I don't know if I've ever watched Swiftor ever. I just know that he's apparently still some sort of big shot related to Twitch or Twitch streaming. Yo, Abby, what do Ray and Marv talk about when no one else is around? Loading conversation. Hey, it's my buddy Marv. How's it shaking, my bald brochacho? We're right on schedule. Abby is preparing the marketing assets for our new bittersweet collection of fizzle flavors. And that new intern? How's she working out for you? She's fine, I suppose. A little bit of a klutz, but she gets her tasks done. Could you try to ask her to try wearing her hair differently? Different how? You know, just try something new. Maybe let it down once in a while. I think it could be cool. Is there a reason for this, sir? I just think, you know what? We can skip this one. Okay. No way am I letting down my hair down for those weirdos. Our art budget's maxed out as it is. That fourth wall break. Hair is a tricky thing to do in video games to make it look right. Some games have gotten good at it, especially lately. I remember hearing about. I think there might have been a GDC talk about this or something, talking just about the hair for Alice Madness Returns, where some one of their programmers or graphics oriented engineers or something spent a bunch of time getting the hair to work right for that game. And the hair in Alice Madness Returns is amazing, especially because like it was like an older game back before, like when hair was even more difficult to do, just because you didn't have the resources to put it in. Like, you know, that wasn't just like crappy looking like clay hair. Oh my god, this is real time. Is this real weather? 74? Are they GUIP checking me? No. The time is right. The weather is not. Well, it's slightly off. It's 1:30. It says 1:35. Is this a coincidence? I think my phone is slightly behind. Or my computer is slightly ahead. Not really sure. That's my actual system time. Well, they must consider it to be 1:35 in the afternoon because unless the future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. All right, Kira, what you up to, intern? Still just killing monsters. Marge said he could work with Abby to find me a real job while to wrap this up, though. You want my advice, Jackie? Learn some code in your off time. Marge got you on a dead-end path. But I hate code. That makes two of us. But you do what you gotta do. It's the bots world now. We're just living in it. I definitely... Anybody who has even the smallest hint of interest and can find a language that appeals to them, learning even the smallest bit of programming is super nice. Even if it comes down to like learning how to use AutoIt or any of those other languages to automate your like desktop existence. Like get mundane tasks out of the way. Learn how to do high-end spreadsheet math and stuff like that. Here we go. I don't have the sword mastery for it, but I really want it. Interesting how there's a skill that seems to only really apply to Joblin and nothing else. And then another one that seems to only really apply to Winky Dink. Hey, thanks for the raid, Squago. Welcome, everybody. Squago, we were just talking about you. Swamp had talked about some of their favorite streamers are bald. I'm not making this up. Ooh, Spearheader. Here we go. $20? What? Oh, right. It's 10. It's 10 for Spearheader and then 10 extra for Self-Starter. That is hefty. Oh, I can't afford it. Oh, why am I spending so much money that I shouldn't spend? Am I finding the game so far? Ooh, is the App Store, yeah. Should avoid that though. It's been good. It's been super chill. I feel like some people are rebounding off of that. The fact that it's so chill. I'm liking it.
Remember to leave a rating.
Like, it definitely has difficulty to it, but it's, I feel like it's not as, it doesn't ramp up to, like, an executional difficulty of, like, I'm trying to think of similar games, like Gungeon or something, like, later on. It feels more like if Breath of the Wild, like the trials in Breath of the Wild, where Breath of the Wild can be really easy at the very beginning, and then it becomes a little difficulty later, but it doesn't like get super crazy. And I would say like it gets closer to an endurance run more so than I still am too poor for this. I kind of want to go back and restart this dungeon just to get that coffee machine. If I leave, do I keep my money? I'm curious. Seems like you do. Oh, Kira's got more stuff to say. Hey, you're friends with that swamp kid, right? I don't know if I'd say that. You think you can get him to stop trying to teach my dog to beatbox? It's getting pretty annoying. I don't think anyone can get Swamp to do anything, dude. As far as I can tell, he barely even does his job. But hey, worst case scenario, you get a beatboxing dog. That sounds pretty sick, right? Sure, but if she beatboxes like Swamp, I think I'll pass. Oh. Oh, Claire. Hey, why can't I pet Claire anymore? This is criminal. What's poppin', Beb? Want to kill you to call me by my name? Just being me. Sorry, Beb. Aw. Read books much, kid? I love books. I've been reading this fantasy series called Orc Story. It's full of really deep social political commentary and... Nah. I mean books about real stuff, like how to make money, or how to talk to someone who makes more money than you. Reading books makes you a better entrepreneur. That's totally indisputable. My trick to reading more books, I only read every third page. I can read as much as 3 people that way. Oh. I mean... that doesn't even remotely make sense. Yo, Abby, do Swamp and Kara ever hang out? Lovely conversation. Hey, Beb, what's poppin' in computer world? I told you I'd rip your fingernails out the next time you called me that, kid. Go on, give me your hand, I'm gonna... What the hell? Why do you have any fingernails? Rare birth defect. Doctor said it's called Anankia, but I prefer to call it Swamp's magic finger. I need to look this up. Is this real? This probably is. Congenita is the absence of finger and or toenails, an anomaly which may be the result of congenital ectodermal defect, ichthyosis, sewer infection, allergic dermatitis. Okay. Yeah. It's real. Honestly, though, for the exception of picking up coins and fine dexterous tasks, not having fingernails, as somebody who types for a living, may not be the worst thing in the world. Why wouldn't... I guess you can't, like, impose it. You just gotta have it or not. Makes it a bit harder to grab stuff, but on the bright side, I give incredible back massages. Please, God, get me into this conversation. I'll do anything. Conversation ended. What were you streaming tonight, Twigga? If you're still there, I know it's pretty late. But it's late on a... It's late on a... into a weekend. It's late on a Friday. I know you have like certain days for like Monolith and Necrodancer, but I cannot remember which one's which. Goodness gracious, Jacqueline. You smell of sulfur and cleaning products. What has Marvin been tasking you with exactly? Just some raids on a demon lair. Typical intern stuff around here, so I hear. Do be careful scavenging around in places like that, Jacqueline. Spending time around loathsome flavors can cause them to taint your own palate. I know that as well as anyone. We all do combat with monsters from time to time, but we may become monstrous ourselves if we aren't careful. Don't worry about me, Fern. I'll make it. You know what? Fern reminds me of the dude. I can't remember what company it was, like Breyers or... Well, I think there's both a Breyers and a Dreyer's ice cream. I'm trying to remember if this is the case. Or, there was this dude who is basically like the taste tester, flavor orients. He's the flavor specialist or something for some ice cream company, and his tongue is insured for like $1 million. And I remember there was this whole like meme thing about aerating as you taste, and the dude had a golden spoon because it doesn't influence the flavor of what you're tasting. And I remember there being that like meme of like him like aerating and like trying to waft the flavor. And Fern reminds me of that. I don't know if it was from like a... It can't have just been a commercial. It must have been like... Was it just like a thing, like a random special on Food Network or something? Or was it like a side note for Good Eats? Or was it like a How It's Made episode? I cannot remember. Alright, back to Joblin. Let's go and both break phones and the couple other tasks I gotta do. Oh, hey, Squigga. If you're still there... If you're still there, are you interested in Breakpoint? I think you said you saw me playing that a little bit, right? Ooh, jeez. One shot that. Task complete. I think I have to pick up the phone. I have to pick up another app. I have to basically not spend an app. Keep picking up apps and then pick up the broken phones. Ah, I can't get through.
Cubicle has your back.
Another job witch. Wow, you move real fast. Does it wear off at some point? Probably wears off. Yeah, it does. How long does this last? Same room? No, it goes away. I think it's per hit. Ah, I still can't afford the espresso. How do I keep spending money and how do I not seem to get that in my head that I need to stop spending money? Oh well, no espresso machine today. Sorry, Tuppy. Yeah, the moment I open this, it's all over. What? That counts for bare hands? Interesting. So the apps count. The apps count because you didn't use a weapon. Huh. I know another game that I'm not gonna say which. I know another game that does that. I'll let you know. I'll let you. I'll let people guess. See if they can guess which one that is. I'm actually gonna go and restart again. See if I keep my 50. Wonder what Swamp is gonna want. You've been kicking butt in these dungeons, Beb. It's got me real motivated to do something on my own. Really make a difference to society. What I'm saying is I'm opening up my own startup. Of course you are. Okay, so you know how Cubicle delivers people personalized cubes with useful stuff inside? Like, that's their whole thing, right? Yeah. Well, my startup idea is exactly that. Only the boxes contain random crap I bought from the thrift store. I call it Swamp Cubes. Won't people get pissed once they realize you're selling them random junk? Probably, but our valuation will already be in the billions by the time they find out. I'll have sold out long before then. I got this capital thing on lock, baby. Anyway, I'm letting you in on the ground floor of this operation, Beb. If you see a big cube that says Swamp on the side, now you know who to thank for that. Sounds useful. Thanks, Swamp, I think. You dating anyone, RN, Beb? Oh god, I should have known this was coming. Look, Swamp, I'm flattered, but I'm not really looking for... Nah, not like that. I'm just saying, you seem kind of bummed lately. Going on a casual date or two can be a great way to unwind. Even if you're just there for the free baklava, know what I'm saying? Or they might just ghost you and damage your self-esteem even more. But hey, it's worth a shot. I want to try it out. Not with me, though. We both know I'm way out of your league. Okay, so the swamp thing is in Winky Dink. I'll worry about that later. Oh, I do have nothing. Okay, yeah. So there's no. I have to get 50. I have to get $50. In the same dungeon. It does reset. $60. Not even. Okay. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to get some penny pincher or something. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get enough money without penny pincher or some other skill. I totally missed what gave me an extra heart. It is 1:54 a.m. and people are racing down the street not too far from me. The one that so there's a street next to me. I guess everyone's got like a nice straightaway at some point, not too far from wherever they live. And I live relatively close to the one that's that I'm thinking about. And cops are always trying to catch people who are like
Guaranteed.
completely nuts speeding. They're 65, cool. Cops are always trying to catch people speeding down that straightaway in the middle of the night. Here's the other shop. Finally gonna get that espresso machine. Also, what's up, Jelly? You should know, job ones are paid based on jobs completed, not hours worked. So it makes a lot more sense to cut corners rather than spend a lot of time doing something perfectly. So that's why all the drivers are speeding out of control here? You got it. But you can't be too reckless, or someone will report you and you'll get fired. Or you might just crash the car. Being a good contractor is all about riding that line between profitability and painful death. Now I remember, yeah, Joblin is a bunch of contractors. Yeah, that's okay. So I was trying to remember what the lore was behind you know, each of the different companies. That's what I keep forgetting. That's why Joblin in my head was so undefined. It's because they're literally just, it's like Fiverr. Well, not quite Fiverr, but you know, it's just random jobs for money. They do whatever you need. They might be like contractors for like general programming or web development or whatever, which is not unheard of for. I wonder if that drip also gives you something then. If these all have some sort of benefit. I'm gonna have to try that soon. Okay, so let's activate this. Makes me run faster. So they do all do something. How did I not try that and notice this before?
Special delivery.
There's probably all sorts of random stuff that's beneficial like that I'm totally missing. Oh man, I've got to remember to drink more water. My voice is starting to break up a little bit. Trying to mash down these enemies as quick as I can, but
Your order has been delivered.
ooh. I really want to roast this job witch. This incredibly bouncy, obnoxiously bouncy. I want that extra half a heart. It's kind of funny how you have this extra character with the job witch, right? Like it's a health container, yeah, but it's like or a health refill, right? And it has that like, okay, yeah, it's not super special, and then you kind of give it some character by making it bounce, and it works so well with the. I'm sure the order wasn't that. They probably were like, "Oh, all right, we're gonna drop a health item. That'll be a special thing for this dungeon, right?" And it's like, "Well, all right, well, what should it be? I don't know, food." And then it's like, "All right, well, what's some random thing that might be a good food item for an office dungeon?" All right, sandwich, cool. Be like a nice like hot sub delivered to you. And then they probably were like, "Oh, well, what if you could cook it? What if you could toast it? It's a sandwich, right?" And they probably started going in that direction where it was like, "Oh man, like, why don't we make a little mini game out of that? Well, what can we do mini game wise that's like within our budget and everything?" Beat it. Here we go. Okay. And then, well, maybe not a mini game. Maybe just have a physics driven. And you could push it around and then have it to where you just push it into a fire. Like I'm sure there was some sort of like successive series of decisions that were like that. If that makes any sense. And then, like, how can we make this thing an interesting challenge? I'd love to see. I'd love to see like a, I don't even know, like a GDC video or a no clip or whatever going over this. Ooh, discount. Take that. Take a fizzle. Crossbow. It's always cool to see how game stuff gets put together. Oh, right, and they'll explode, right. I've been very conveniently ignoring that fact. See? I'm doing the thing that Mortal Shell has you doing, where, like, you know the enemies that tear their heads off and throw them at you as their final attack? Like, I'm sitting there thinking I can kill them into not doing that. You guys can chill under these things forever, huh? I am so not gonna make it. This has been like my sloppiest run. But at least we got the espresso machine. I think that's permanent. Oh, right. You can't throw things on these guys, right? Well, oh, no, you can throw them out of... Right. You can throw them out of their spin.
Delivery for Jacqueline.
Look at the size of this thing. I mean, I know they're all scaled the same way, but man. There's a nice weapon to have. I don't think I want to do this job. Well, I don't know. How much health does it give me? It's only half heart, really? I chose the wrong... I did not choose the right, This is not a good job to do. I chose poorly. It didn't take too much damage. I just... Man.
Have a great day.
You mean like a big... Like a... Deluxe job, which... There we go. There's a... Oh, right. You can hold more than one. No. I want a broken phone. Well, if I find the App Store... I can pick up a few. Oh, it doesn't always knock him out. Oh, you're killing me. Yeah, it doesn't. Here we go. How many can I hold? Where do I get a broken phone? I think I have to... I think I have to destroy the phones on the ground. I thought you had to just pick up one and you throw away one that breaks. Oh man, I don't remember how to do broken phones then. So anybody who can, riddle me this. When did suck with two C's, where the whole spelling and all, when did that come about? Like thick and suck. How did that happen? Anybody know? It's clear that I'm old and uninformed. Oh, right. Your animation broke. And I break stuff in like every game I play. I makes me wish I had yeet. The memes are probably someone misspelled it, or people like, unless we like remember 10 guy? Let's break this phone. Get out of your phone. I don't know how to break these things. Yeah, I can't seem to break the phone. Oh, I'm trapped. Trapped. Wow, look at them iframes, though. Oh yeah, that was the distraction. I have two separate crowd control apps. Ooh, I need Bloodsucker. Ah! Oh, this is not good. I want to switch my apps. I'm so glad I haven't worked for like a contractor outsourcing company. Thinking about it. That seems like some of the worst. Well, I don't know. There is one place that does some similar types of work, where part of the perk for working at them is that you have an interesting level of diversity in what you work on, because you're just moving from stuff to stuff. 6 out of 9. If I can get 2 more hearts, I'll be good. Hey Abby, thanks for the raid earlier. I know I didn't see it at all. I think I was so focused and so upset at my breakpoint grinding that I missed it. I did eventually get to number 1 for the diamond mode ladder. I stayed up super late off stream and just ground it out. Displayed what is easily a top 10 of all time horror game. It's called co-op. It's a co-op horror game. Is that some Phantasmophobia or whatever? Yeah, that was, or Phasmophobia, I guess, or whatever. I don't know what it is. How to spell it. Peeve and Bieber are looking at playing that. Sell me on it. Is it something I can play with, like, if you've already played it, I want to play with somebody who, like, especially for horror games, the most important thing is to have them not know have them also not know what's coming. But is it something that I could play with, like, Canon or somebody? I wonder if Canon's already played it. I'm looking for more, like, I'm looking for some ideas for horror games, and I'm not normally much of a horror game player, but I figure I might as well try to get in on the Spooktober. 10 different types of ghosts, you'll experience a few. You understand if you want to play with me since you've already tried it. That's pretty, yeah, it's pretty much like, the only way I think I would enjoy it for most of these types of games is I need to play it with somebody who has no experience with it whatsoever. Forgot to use the discount on the shop. And I'm gonna pay for it now. Dadgummit.
Remember to leave a rating.
No job witch. There is... It says retaliatory. Which isn't gonna help. I need to find a shop, like, right away. It's a game themed around ghost hunting shows, specifically, and it's really simulationist about it. Prox voice chat. I remember seeing... That I did see with Peeve and man Blurb's trying to Peeve and Beeb. Trying to work it out. Only one extra heart? No. It's an empty heart, too. Damn you. Probably beat the boss with a heart and a half, but man. That makes me sad. There's a bricked phone. Oh, you know what it is? You have to leave them on the ground. That's what... You come back after... I remember now. Yeah, you exit and you come back and it's bricked. You go with 3 other people, you try to capture evidence of the ghost without dying. Each ghost has its own various parameters, types of evidence. Alright, well, that's about as much as I'd want to know about the game, so... Don't spoil it too much in case I can find somebody who hasn't played it yet. I think I need to kill an enemy with this phone. I still want to do Darkwood first. If I'm gonna find, if I may only find time to play one game. Got to use the shot buff again. Oh, I can't use it, so I can't switch. Very susceptible to being shocked, it seems. What? I dodged that. Get out of here. Oh, I did get health out of that, though. What? That hitbox is that big? Be a job witch or something. Oh, it exploded on me. Oh, you're killing me. Might be able to finish this. There we go.
Thank you for your business.
Alright, we ended with a win. Ooh. Hella endorsements today. Thanks for taking care of that task. How you settling in here, Jackie? It's fine, I suppose. Really wish I was getting paid. I hear you, Jay. It's a bummer the way they treat fresh grads in this industry. But I always say, all you can do is make the most of it. There's a million ways to be more frugal. From abstaining from lunch twice a week, to picking up spare change off the office floor, to never, ever, ever getting sick. Wow. This game gets more and more real by the moment. Picking change off the ground? That works? It really works. Sure does. Used to do it all the time in my post-college days. Next time you're out and about, keep your eyes open for coins. You might be surprised by what you find. So she probably has extra money as a perk. Yeah. Okay, so she's the grinder then. Interesting how, I wonder what other, like, financial... Maybe she gives you, like, discounts at shops or something. Or, I don't know, it seems like a Swamp thing. Where, you know, Swamp just steals stuff.